Alright, here we go. G'day guys, I hope you're all well in these troubling times of COVID and such. But I am here to entertain you people. Now what I'm going to do this time is cover some Italian cinema recommendations, you know, obviously 70s and 80s Italian cinema. The reason being, I've got a lot of new subscribers and a lot of folk that are from like the younger generation. Even friends, new friends on Facebook and such, they're always looking for, you know, this type of film, Italian cinema recommendations. So that's what I'm doing, guys. Now, this one here, sadly, well, criminally, is hardly ever spoken of and sort of swept aside. Now, Raro put this out on DVD and Blu-ray a few years ago, and it is absolutely fantastic. It's a 1972 from memory, Giorgio Ferroni film, and it's absolutely amazing. And it's very unique in that it's a vampire giallo film, and it stars the amazing Gianni Garco, who was in many spaghetti westerns. And I'm a huge fan of the guy, and I think you guys would really dig this. I haven't really heard anyone over the years bitch about it. And it was very hard to get hold of prior to this release. I mean, I tried to get the Swedish and Dutch VHS my whole life, guys, and I never got my hands on them. But I highly recommend this. Do not shrug your shoulders and go whatever. Seriously, I think you guys will dig it. Now, Riccardo Freda is another fantastic director. As you guys are probably aware, he did team up with Mario Bava on a few films as well, and their Murder Obsession is fantastic. It is a giallo film, but it's different to the normal one. You know, it's I would call it a satanic giallo. There's a lot of violence in this one. Highly recommend it. Riccardo, I wouldn't say shoots like Bava, but very stylish in his filming. I do recommend it. Honestly, give it a go, guys. Now, I covered this one in the last video I did, but I just felt compelled to throw it in the mix because it's my favourite cannibal film, Cannibal Ferox. I do highly recommend the Grindhouse releasing Blu-ray as pictured here. It is a fantastic release. Alright, Night Killer, very amusing. Now, this is a Claudio Fragasso film. The guy who, you know, teamed up with Bruno Mattei on most of his works, including the infamous Hell of the Living Dead. And it's very entertaining. It's a serial killer in this silly mask, as you can see here, but you can't watch this film in a serious tone. It's one of those so bad it's hilarious type films, and it's very amusing. I think you guys would dig it. Alright, now ROBOWAR, another favourite of mine. Bruno Mattei, fantastic cinema. Now, a lot of you guys know the deal with this. He actually ripped off RoboCop and Predator in one film, and it is absolutely fucking astounding. My favourite film, starring Reb Brown, and it's amazing. Like, I've probably, honestly guys, watched this film 20 or 30 times, and I still laugh. I still laugh out loud because it honestly rips off whole dialogue scenes and actual filming scenes of Predator. It's fucking astounding. I'm amazed that Severin got away with releasing that. Slaughter Hotel is a good one as well with Kinski. Really sleazy, really grubby, full of nudity, full of violence. It didn't disappoint. It was one of those films that I'd heard about for, honestly guys, probably 20 to 25 years. And I really dig it. I mean, there was full vagina shots and everything. It was, you know, it didn't leave much to the imagination. Again, I'm surprised that they have an uncut print in such good quality. Do you know what I mean? Alright, more Bruno Mattei magnificence. This is actually Shocking Dark, also known as Alienators, and it was known in some territories, as you can see here, as Terminator 2. I will remove it from the slip like that. I actually call those DVD condoms. So here it is here, Shocking Dark, and it's amazing. Now, Bruno Mattei was at it again, in that he ripped off two films in one. Now, this time round, it was Aliens and Terminator in the same film, and it is amazing. Like, Severin did a fantastic job. The print quality is absolutely astounding. I actually call it a clinical print because it's so clean. It's almost too clean, if you know what I mean. So, anyway, House by the Cemetery. Now, I am ashamed to say that I still only have the old EC DVD, Fulci Magnificence. I do need to get the 3-disc. I think it was Blue Undies put it out on Blu-ray, and I still do not have it. Now, a genre that gets overlooked and shrugged off by a lot of people is the Italian crime films, but some of them are really, really good. Now, Live Like a Cop, Die Like a Man is actually a Ruggero Deodato film, who did the infamous Last Cannibal World and Cannibal Holocaust, and this is fantastic. Mark Porcel and Ray Lovelock, and it's absolutely fantastic. Very violent, very action-packed. I do recommend it. Even if you're not into the crime genre, do pick it up. I think you guys would really dig it, and the music score is fantastic. Another one that I think is now deleted now was Special Cop in Action, which doubled with almost my favourite Italian crime film ever, Weapons of Death, with Henry Silva and Leonard Mann. It is fantastic. It is like action and violence start to end. Now, this is the old Tornado Blu-ray. Well, it came out a few years ago, but I think it's deleted now. Alright, guys, what do we got here? Now, Mario Bava's Black Sunday, probably my favourite Bava film. It is black and white, but extremely stylish. Absolutely magnificent. Again, I have spoke about this before, this film, but, you know, in terms of violence and such, for its day, for a 60s film, is absolutely phenomenal. The Lucio Fulci Zombie Flesh Eaters. No point in going on about what the film's about. I'm sure all of you guys have probably seen this, but, yeah, this Arrow tin release on Blu-ray is absolutely amazing. Now, one that cops a lot of shit is the Fulci / Bruno Mattei film Zombie 3. Absolutely amazing. Like again, I've probably watched that film way too many times. I've actually lost count now since, I would say, the mid-90s till now. I mean, I watch it once or twice a year. People bag it out, rubbish it, but it's hilarious. I still fall over laughing at it, guys. Zombie Holocaust, absolutely fantastic. Now, as many of you probably know, a lot of the filming locations were exactly the same places as Zombie Flesh Eaters. And it is fantastic. Again, it's got an amazing score. Lots of gore in it. And an amazing cast. The Australian VHS was cut really bad of all the gore. And this is the way to go, the Severin Blu-ray. Alright, now New York Ripper. Fulci's absolutely ferocious and perhaps the most misogynistic film I've ever seen in my life. Now, this was actually banned here in Australia for about 30 years. I haven't seen it kicking around for some time now, though. But you could actually go to the shops and buy this. And, yeah, how times have changed. You used to actually get in deep shit from customs for trying to import that. A Bava film that has 3 stories on it, which is an anthology type setup, which is absolutely fantastic. Very atmospheric with Boris Karloff, the infamous Black Sabbath. Again, I do need to get a Blu-ray of that. Along with Bava's Kaltiki, the Immortal Monster. This one was really good. Again, it was another 60s film, and I absolutely fucking adored that thing. I really need to upgrade this one, guys. Umberto Lenzi's Ghost House. Don't let people persuade you into saying that this is a rubbish film. It's, you know, a haunted house type scenario, but it's fantastic. I don't know why it gets rubbish so much. This is the old Vipco DVD. Very cheap release and such, but to be honest, the picture quality is more than substantial. I mean, I think it's quite well done. Again, I do need to get the Blu-ray. Now, Cat in the Brain, another Fulci film. I am a massive Fulci compellist, as you guys can probably tell. Again, this gets bagged out a lot. It is a bit of a mix and match of his later films sort of put together. But I dig it. I got to admit it, I really dig this film. I guess I'm a bit biased, though, because I do like Fulci's work. But even the music score, I really dig in that. I've always had a thing for that. Now, I've thrown a Western here in the mix because It is the best Western ever made with Franco Nero. The mighty Django from 1966, perhaps the most violent spaghetti Western ever made, apart from Cutthroat's 9. I cannot recommend that enough. I mean, again, as I said with the crime genre there, even if you're not into spaghetti Westerns, I honestly believe a lot of you guys would actually dig that. Now, the amazing Demons films. Now, this is the Synapse tin. Probably the best way to see it these days. Part 2, there, Synapse tin again, and the Arrow box set there. Alright, now Umberto Lenzi did a fantastic cannibal film called Eaten Alive with Janet Agren, and it actually utilises a similar score to Cannibal Ferox. It reminded me of that an awful lot. I mean, you can tell it's a Lenzi film, pretty much like you can tell, you know, a film is a Fulci film and such. So I highly, highly recommend that one, along with Beyond the Darkness, Joe D'Amato's best film. It's a necrophilia film. If that's not your thing, then stay away. There is more graphic necro films out there, like Aftermath and such, but I do enjoy this film very much so. Another Fulci one, City of the Living Dead, absolutely fantastic. People always ask what is my favourite Fulci film, and it's very hard to pick. I keep changing my mind, but I've got to say, guys, my favourite Fulci film of all time would honestly be The Beyond, and this release is amazing. This is another Grindhouse releasing setup, and it glows in the dark, and it actually works quite well, guys. Alright, one not to be missed, Burial Ground. Severin did an amazing job on this. Absolutely amazing. It's another one of those you can't take it seriously type scenarios. So bad it's good type thing, but very, very gory, very violent, and stars the infamous Peter Bark. But no doubt you guys have probably all watched this. Now, what I got in the mail this week was something I've been after for a while, and I finally bit the bullet and paid probably way too much. It cost me $60. But I got Bronx Warriors 1, 2, and New Barbarians in a Blu-ray set, so it's quite handy, I think anyway, to have them all like this. I guess end of the day I paid, what, 20 bucks a film, so I can't really bitch too much, I guess. Now, Endgame, this is the old German media book. It's just come out on Severin, and I highly recommend you guys get that. I've actually got it on the way, but it isn't here yet. Your Hunter from the Future is very, very entertaining as well. It's an Antonio Margheriti film, starring Mr. Catch Cry Red Brown, the guy that was in ROBOWAR. I do recommend that one. Umberto Lenzi's Nightmare City, another one I absolutely love, with the poo-faced zombies running around, pulling people apart and such. It's absolutely fantastic. Again, guys, same situation. I need to upgrade this to Blu-ray. Here is the amazing and rare Japanese carton. Now, one I wanted to throw in the mix to show you guys was Ruggero Deodato's Body Count. Odd thing, I used to hate this film because, like, the gore content isn't too high in this, but I don't know, it's just filmed really well. It's got a fantastic Simonetti music score. The cast isn't bad as well. Charles Napier's in this from Rambo and such, so it is a good one. And again, I'm absolutely astonished there's still no Blu-ray of Body Count, which really amazes me, to be honest. There is cheapy DVDs, but they're really, really dreadful quality, so stay away. Another one that you never hear of, I don't know if there's any disc release of this, but Murder Knee Perfect is a giallo. A lot of people have said they were bored by it and such, but I actually really dig it. It's got Janet Agren in it, and the music score is fantastic. I know I crap on about music scores a lot, but I don't know, it's just a really stylish film. Murder Knee Perfect is fantastic. I do recommend it a lot. Along with Fulci's House of Clocks, I do need to get the DVD of this. There is no Blu-ray of that one. It's a made-for-TV film from about 1988 from memory. And it is fantastic. Don't listen to the whingers that say House of Clocks is rubbish and boring and all that. It's certainly not. It's very, very gory, like extremely gory for Italian TV especially. And I recommend it. I really dig it. Sergio Martino did Light Blast with Eric Estrada, who was in Chips. This is fantastic, full of action. I don't know, just a really fun, entertaining film. Now, Code Red did put out a DVD of this, but it's now hard to get hold of and quite expensive, so unfortunately I've only got the VHS. Now, I had to throw this in here as well, guys. My favourite Giallo ever made, Dario Argento's Deep Red. I do really love the design on the Australian VHS here. And this one is in absolutely fantastic shape, as is the case as well. As you can see, the VHS is almost like brand new. And to me, everyone's got their favourite Giallo. To me, this is perfect. Like, I don't think you could have made a Giallo any better than that, put it that way. Now, Strike Commando, fantastic. Probably, well, it is the best Rambo ripoff ever made. Again, we have Reb Brown in this one too. I do have the Severin Blu-ray on the way, guys. Now, Part 2 is out as well, but I'm going to skip that. I really do not like Part 2. As I've spoke about in other videos, that throws sort of comedy elements into Part 2 and just ruins the film. Part 1 is fucking amazing. And Antonio Margheriti's Indio. Again, we have another Rambo ripoff. Brian Dennehy's in this one too. But yeah, there's no disc release of this. You guys may be able to watch it online. I absolutely thoroughly recommend it. It's an amazing film. It looks pretty crappy on here, to be honest, because, I don't know, like the blurb and that, environmental warrior and such, I mean, come on. It just makes it sound so weak, so ridiculous, but it's not, guys. It's amazing. As I say, it's another fantastic Rambo ripoff. Alright, that's it, people. I will wrap it up as that. I will maybe dig out more for a part 2 if there's enough interest in this one. But we'll see how we go. Take care of yourselves, guys.